Okay, I'm back. So my eyes are done, my eyebrows are done. We're gonna do my face. So I've already cleansed it. I use Mary Kay 3-in-1 Time-Wise Cleanser in combination to oily skin because my skin is super oily. And then I moisturize with Time-Wise Age Fighting Moisturizer, the combination to oily once again. And then always go in with a sunscreen. So this is the Time-Wise Daily Solution sunscreen. Just put a little bit on there. I actually used it before I put my moisturizer on. So that's just my daily skincare routine. And then when I do my makeup, I like to use MAC Oil Control Lotion. I just use it on my T-zones. So I use it here, 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 here. Basically where I get oily. So if you use this anywhere else you're not oily, your skin can get really dry. But my face is super oily, so this is how I control it. It literally controls it. You don't get oily in those places all day. So my favorite primer after I put all that on is the NYX Photo Loving Primer. It's super inexpensive, but it makes your face look really, really smooth. And it really helps your foundation and everything stay on. So I'm just gonna put this on, and you can see it like makes your face matte. So if you have drier skin, you probably will not want to use this one. But since my skin is oily, I really like this primer. I use a lot of Mary Kay. So this is the Time-Wise Matte Wear Liquid Foundation in color Beige 3. I apply this with a brush and then I blend it with a sponge. Kind of like, I'm probably doing more than steps than I should, but I just put it on with a brush. I just like how it goes on, and then I can blend it out. Because I feel like makeup just gets, a lot of product gets absorbed in your sponge. So I'm just gonna go in. So I go in, I use the sponge. Make sure you blend in your hairline. Okay. And do the same thing all over the rest of the face. Just go in with a brush. Now I'm gonna go in and do the highlight part of my contour. So I use the Pro Concealer. I put a little product on my hand, like on the back of my hand, and then I use a brush like this just to go in. Let me see it. All right. Do you kind of just want to make like a triangle? This is, so you want this to be lighter than your foundation. Right here, here. And then it doesn't have to be perfect because you're just going to blend it anyways. Okay, so I use cream contour for the lighter part, and then I do powder for the dark part of the contour. I'm just not a big fan of cream contour. So I just go in, I use my little sponge for this, just because it's more precise. So just go in and blend it out. Same thing for your nose. So little tip when you are blending underneath, don't open your mouth like this and like stretch your eyes out. Don't do that because product will sit in your creases or wrinkles. It'll make you look older. So don't, just keep your face normal. Okay, so that side's blended. I'm just going in with my bigger sponge, just so there's not like a fine contour line there. Okay. And everyone contours different, so this is just how I do it. So I'm going in with the Airspun again to set where I contoured at. And you literally just dip your entire sponge in here. So just get it nice and full of product. So wherever you contoured, you put the powder. And product will fall, so don't worry about it. You'll just brush it out. So if you ever see pictures I post and there's powder everywhere on somebody's shirt, this is why. And I don't use the same like I said, when you're doing this part as well, do not stretch your face. Just put the product under. And I like to use a lot because I'm super oily, so if you're really dry, don't use as much as me. Okay, so I let that sit for a minute. I'm baking, so just let that product sit, kind of absorbs into your skin and makes the highlight part of the contour really stand out. Let me just go in with a brush, a big powder brush. Sorry, this needs to be cleaned. This is a Mary Kay powder brush, just like one of your big brushes. Just use it and you just go in and get all the excess powder off. And I like to brush it out and then put wherever the excess product is, I put the powder there. Kind of just sets everything. Okay, so okay. So now I'm gonna go in with I use bronzer for the dark part of my contour, some powder bronzer. This is actually Mary Kay bronzer. I don't know the color, but this is what I'm using. And then I go in with my, I actually use an oval brush for this part. I actually got these from Amazon, so I have no idea what brand this is, but this is what I use on to do my cheeks part of the contour and then my forehead. So just put a little product on here and just go in, and you want to do it slightly under your cheekbone. So this is what's going to make your, yeah, if you need to, just make the little kissy face. And depending on how dark you like your contour, so much you want to put on. The reason I like powder contouring is just I feel like I can control it more than cream contouring. But I do both. I don't do both on myself, but I do both on my clients. Same thing over here. Okay. And if you have a smaller forehead, you don't need to contour your forehead. Clearly, my forehead is huge, so this gives the illusion that your forehead is smaller. Maybe that's what I've heard. Just go in, make sure you blend with your hairline. That's basically. And then your jawline. My jawline is kind of defined already, so I really don't use a lot of contour on my jaw, but I'm doing this for you guys today. Okay, so now I have to contour on my nose. I do not use the oval brush. I actually use it's an eyeshadow brush actually. This one is an eye crease brush. This is Mary Kay. I'm just gonna show you how I contour my nose with powder. So just put a little bit on the tip. You don't want a lot, so depending on what size you want your nose, it's weird to say. You just go in. Okay, see one part? Let's go in the other side. And this makes your lines like not so defined. I see people contouring and their lines are like super lines. You don't want it to look like lines, you just want it to look blended, but your nose smaller. And to me, this is like the easiest way to contour. But this is just how I do my makeup. When I do clients, I do differently depending on their face. And then also depending on what type of skin they have. So let me go in and blend with my powder because see, it's kind of not really blended up here. My contour. Okay. If you need to blend your nose. Okay, so now I'm gonna use some blush. I mean, blush is blush. So, but I love blush. A lot of people I don't think use it enough. So I'm using Mary Kay blush right now. I don't know what color, but I'm gonna use this one. It's more shimmery pink. So I just use, this is an actual cheek brush for your blush. So just this one's Mary Kay. You can use any kind. Just go in. And with blush, you don't want to put a lot of product on because if you get it too dark, it's kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm like, ooh. Like I said, I love blush. Okay, You can use less, obviously, more, whatever you like. So before I apply my highlighter, I'm gonna go in with my setting powder and make a line underneath my cheeks to make my cheekbones stand out. Okay. And while I'm baking that part, I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. So there's a lot of different ways people put their highlighter on, but I'm just gonna use this. It's like a really thick kind of brush. You can use this for eyeshadow, but I'm using it for my highlight. This is Morphe. I don't know what kind. Okay, so I go in. Ooh. I use a lot of highlighters, so don't use as much as me, unless you want to look like me. Okay, little eye chin. I just started putting highlighter on my chin. I saw someone do it, so I stole it. And above your lip, apparently it's supposed to make the illusion that your lips are bigger. Who knows? And then with your nose, I just like some on the tip. And then right here. And it. Okay. And then I go in the corners of my eyes. So that's where my highlight goes. And then brush out the powder. From your cheeks. And see, leaves the illusion that you have bigger cheekbones, which we all want, right? Okay. Now we're gonna do lips. So I'm gonna use a matte lip. The key to that is moisturizing your lips slightly before you put it on, because your lips can be pretty dry. I mean, feel drier if you don't put any moisturizer on them before you apply anything to your lips. So I'm going to use my Anastasia lip palette. I'm not going to show you it because it's pretty sad looking. I use it all the time.
If you use a brush, just do the outline first, or try to, if you don't use lip liner. This is a lot pinker than I thought. Looks pinker on the video than it does in person.
Okay. All right, So my look is finished. You can see it. I'm going to apply my setting spray now. So after you're done with everything, apply your setting spray. I like to use the NYX Matte Finish setting spray. It's pretty awesome. It's not too expensive either. So just close your eyes and just spray. Sorry. I like to use a lot of it because I like to stay matte all day. So I should have done my hair before, but you get the picture.